We've arrived in Ancheim. Still no wind.
Are these desert places normally supposed to be windy?
When they're the site of the wind crystal they are, this stillness shouldn't be possible.
The wind carried all manner of blessings to this land in days past. It was the kingdom's lifeblood.
I see. All the more reason to hurry then. Which way to the temple?
From here, we need only head... we ought to make for... which way is it?
Ignore anything she says. Agnès raises getting lost to an art form.
I'm impressed you made it to Kaldisla.
Just a moment. My journal details much of Ancheim's topography. A clockwork metropolis, nestled in Harina's sandy bosom. Here, time, above all, is sacred. A massive timepiece crowns the kingdom, fueled as all of Ancheim by the ceaseless currents originating from the Temple of Wind to the south.
Quite thorough, isn't it? Sounds as if you've been here before. Perhaps that book of yours is a travel diary?
I do seem possessed of a certain wanderlust. The normal sort as well. Ooh, perhaps I'll find a train of ex-lovers here among the sands.
Let's be off. We make south.
All present, Lord Marshal. Save the usual two, at least.
No matter. Let's begin.
I trust word has reached you from Kaldisla. The Knights of the Eternian Sky have fallen to the Vestal.
I'd not thought the girl so bloodthirsty as all that.
It appears she surrounded herself with capable guards. What's more, it pains me to say it, but Idia's whereabouts have been lost amid the chaos.
That is no concern of yours. Do not confuse personal matters with your assigned task, Alternus.
My apologies, Lord Marshal.
Not only did the Sky Knights fail, they've given the Vestal wings. Why they didn't simply kill the child, I'll never know.
Keenly insightful as ever, Victoria. Yet I fear we've need of the Vestal alive.
Have we, Victor? Bah, no matter then. If she fled by air, it's a simple matter to track her. She makes for Ancheim by necessity.
And to the Temple of Wind. Ancheim does face upon the Flor-Cheim Sea.
Of course. Most of the world's seas have gone putrid, but the inner sea remains navigable. That would offer the airship a berth. But what does she aim to do there? Why return to the crystal now? It smells of some sinister plot.
Ancheim is the province of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry. What say you, Lord Marshal?
We haven't the leisure of chasing the Vestal across the globe and back. We need her in custody now. Tell the merchantry to employ any means they must.
Having trouble racking up street passes? Net friend invites are just the thing. With it, you can connect to the internet and find new guests to aid you. Just ask Yoko Adventurer. He'll help you once a day. What a guy. Invite net friends, here's the update data. Yeah, I've always seen that. Speaking of Miranda, though, I have done a lot of work in there. And, that mostly includes with the special shop. I've gotten that up to level 6, and I have a couple guys working on that. How many? One. Literally one guy working on that, so that we can get that up a little bit more. But frankly, we have one special for every weapon at this point, so I don't really need to worry about that. And we have someone working on this to till that land so I can get over to this other special shop, which includes some parts. And I have more people. I thought I had more people working on this item shop because I want people there so we can buy some items later on. I also want to get people on this eventually, but I'm going to wait a little bit more, at least till we open this till area so we can get over to here. Actually, arguably, that's more important. I mean, at this point, not really either of those are that important, so we'll just hold off on that. Anyway, we have a part chat actually related to Narende. Narende's new beginning. The Narende rebuilding effort is finally getting started. I know nothing's going to get done overnight. We're taking that first step. I feel like the future is finally looking bright. Still, building a whole village from scratch is a huge undertaking. Taking a first step on a long, hard road, Tiz. She's right. There's no denying it will be tough. What's more, there's no guarantee that success awaits you beyond all that hardship. It could be an uphill struggle that doesn't get you anywhere. Come on, don't talk like that. I've already got no confidence as it is. All I have is faith, I guess, or the sense that I've got to do this. It has to be me. That is all you need, Tiz. Your quest to see Narende rise again is no different than our journey to be rid of the chasm. We've no assurance of success. We may be walking a thorny path to no avail. But we must press onward just the same. We must believe in our actions. Right. And another part chat, Narende's draw. Okay, but we progressed that. Enough. Focus on the village seems to be coming along nicely. Yes, not too bad, I suppose. I trust you have a draw planned out to bring in the crowds, Tiz? A draw? Sure, an attraction, a selling point. You need people to come here, right? Well, think of that the other way around. Narende needs to be a place people want to go. Ah, good point. Draw. Someplace lots of people want to go. Ooh, what about a special move shop? That sounds exciting, right? Anybody? But is there really much consumer demand for special moves? Well, sure, they're fun and flashy and fun. I bet warriors the world over would flock there to shop. Enough to fill a village? You think this shop would have broad enough appeal? Sure. Maybe? I mean special attacks. You have to meet special conditions before using them. And they're extra powerful. You make a strong case. That didn't sound very strong. Perhaps I'll plan to take my next date to the shop of yours. What? Date? What kind of brawlers do you plan to go out with? Okay, that was a good question. Yeah, as you progress in Narende, you will actually get some party chats related to it. Anyway, last time, we cleared up Kalissa. Well, the Kaldis region. We rid that of the Sky Knights and regained an airship for our troubles. We also got a new job, Black Mage, and I want to look at our equipment real quick. It is not optimal. We have a bunch of crap equipped. Yours is okay. You have a rod that increases magic attack, but you have a dagger. You don't have a shield. You're alright, I guess. You don't have a helmet. I could have bought things at Kaldissa, but didn't think it was worth it because we're heading to Ancheim. Anyway, we're just going to have some better equipment for us, so let's head inside.
Apprehend the Vestal by any means necessary. Seems the Council of Six is growing desperate.
Those were their words. I've relayed them to you. My contract states I'm to receive payment for my troubles from you.
Then your contract is mistaken. I've heard nothing of the sort. Bah, fine. You'll have your fee. But I am taking the small discount. Only fair as a regular customer, eh?
If you must.
Still, this Vestal is quite the little monster, no? To have this Sky Knight so undone. If the margin is high enough, I would tackle a behemoth bare-handed. But until I see a profit, I'll not move an inch. Business is business, yes?
Ancheim is a weird city. It has this sort of 2D perspective going on, and spoiler alert, it's the only town that's like this. It's not 2D, it is a 3D space. If we go over here, we can see some stairs going into the background, and I really like it. I wish more towns were like this, and I believe in the entire Bravely series so far, this is the only town that's like this. There's no new town in Bravely 2nd that's like this either. It looks really cool too. I really like the way this is, and I'm sad that there's not more like it. Anyway, party chat related to Ancheim as well. Ancheim, land of sand and time. I never expected to find such a clockwork wonder in the middle of a desert. Yeah, it's great, but this heat, I feel gross. The heat was always allayed by a steady breeze, but now the wind has stopped. The air's stagnant. What about the water? Is that contraption drawing up drinking water? I believe so. I recall hearing it was quite costly last I was here. Well, it is an impressive machine. Oh, wait, you mean the water? Indeed. I'm surprised the living water came free in Caldesla. I'd always known it to be something to be bought, so you can imagine my delight. More importantly, Agnès, what are the women here? Are they beautiful, passionate, devoted? Where would you suggest for a date spot? I'll need a list of good restaurants if you please. Unacceptable. Again, no one puts up with the Ring of Bell shit. It's fantastic. Anyway, got an item shop here, which is going to be vital to us. I don't think we're going to need to get a weapon for Ring of Bell, because he has Issei no Kame. And with some good proficiency with that katana and it just being a great weapon in general, shouldn't be necessary. However, we could get to him this mace, but actually lower his magic attack slightly. A bigger, more physical attack for him, but not really worth it. Dio already has Iron Knuckles, so our weapons are actually looking alright. We just need to get you an oaken pole. But actually, that's not going to increase your mind either. At all. Like, more physical attack, but again, you're a mage, so you're not going to be really attacking physically much, are you? Round shields, though, for the entire party seems, especially for Ring of Bell. Look at that shit. Especially for Ring of Bell and, well, Adia actually, never mind, she can't equip it anyway. But I'll buy one for now. I'm not sure if I'll buy one for Tiz and Adia, or Agnès rather, but we'll see. I think I definitely want to buy this for Ring of Bell. The problem is that we don't have a ton of money right now, so I'm trying to, like, not spend too much. But, like, our defenses are not great. So, I think I should buy... I don't have enough to buy 3 of those. Ugh, 4 of those even. Because that's, like, a really high defense boost for everyone. I think I'll buy 2 of them. And give them to Ring of Bell and Agnès. Ring of Bell because he's our knight anyway. And then Agnès because her physical defense is slightly the lowest out of everyone. Alright, let's go ahead and equip those. So, but you didn't get anything new. But the problem is like, oh no, I need to get you an oaken pole. The reason I need to get you an oaken pole is for specials. Go ahead and get that as well. Yeah, damn it. Let's give you the gauntlets as well as your physical offense. Okay, well let's sell some things then. We don't need 2 spears. We don't need these daggers at all anymore. We can sell the leather armor. We can sell these linen cuirass. There's not much else we can sell. I'm probably not going to use these teleport stones right now, so I'll sell those. That's pretty much all we can sell. I kind of want to keep that spear. Okay, so I'm going to buy Agnès the oaken pole. Because, yeah, it's not going to give her really a benefit in terms of attack in any way or healing. But technically it will, because her special with its pole builds up with, or the staff rather, builds up through using healing magic. Do I want to keep that? I think I do. I think I want to keep that for now. Anyway. The unfortunate side effect of not having any money is that there's also a magic shop that will allow us to get some new magic. Actually, none of this magic is really great. Arrow is wind magic, that's alright. And actually, poison is a really good spell, as is sleep. But, I don't think we even have black magic or white magic level 2 right now. I know we don't have black magic level 2, but... So we wouldn't even be able to use this anyway.
Silence, one and all! Your king, Kamar the Eighth, speaks! My people, I thank you for your tireless efforts. As you are well aware, our glorious nation's production has suffered a harsh fall since the wind's cessation brought the Grand Mill to a halt. Without nature's former bounty, our turbines went completely still. They sit as silent as the desert night. In the wake of this crisis, you rose up and took matters literally in hand, operating the turbines manually. I, your king, lack words to thank you for your hard work. However, I am much aggrieved to say that energy production is less than 1/5 its former total. At this rate, our proud kingdom, renowned for its unparalleled industry, is doomed to ineluctable decline. I find myself without recourse but to revisit my prior fiat regarding the schedule of all able-bodied citizens. Henceforth, labor shall commence at 0900 hours and will extend beyond the current 1659 until 2059, effective immediately.
What? We're flesh and blood. We need rest.
In so doing, turbine output is expected to rise to 30% of its former value before the wind ceased output of...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Grave news!
What? The Vestal? Be calm, my children. I know your pain all too well. My heart bleeds just as yours. But I ask that you join me in remembering the cause of our woes. The crystal orthodoxy and the Vestal's indolence. Therein lies the true cause of the wind's absence. And what has the great Vestal done since the air went still? What did she do in the face of your suffering? She abandoned you, fled the country to save herself alone. In this, Ancheim's first and direst hour of need, the Vestal we loved and trusted is powerless or unwilling to help. Though it pains me deeply to tell you of these things, I cannot deny this simple truth. What resolution can be brought about to this terrible crisis? The crystal orthodoxy is naught but a hollow creed. What result have years of worship at the altar of the crystal brought us? Once more I say it. It is by our own hands that we shall push this glorious kingdom ever forward. Onward to still greater glory.
There! Just now, that leer. That was aimed at us!
Seems that little speech was for your benefit, Agnès.
It's slander is what it is. That creep's giving you no chance at all to defend yourself.
Agnès.
Poor Agnès getting publicly destroyed like that. Jesus. Agnès' angst. You seemed on edge during that whole speech. You don't have to bottle it all in. I'm no expert, but I'm happy to listen. I cannot deny that the people of Ancheim are dissatisfied with my work as Vestal. I have no intention of making excuses. But you didn't run away either, right? The king asked me directly. He said that terrible things were happening in Caldesla and asked that I investigate. Yet now he paints an entirely different picture. I cannot understand his need to lie. Does he bear me some grudge? Have I done him some slight? Do you regret listening to him in the first place? No. I do not regret my time in Caldesla. Seeing that chasm firsthand showed me precisely what it is I must do. And you met Tiz there too. That's... Eri, that's hardly... I'm glad you came and saw the chasm too. You show me a path forward. Blessed is the person who is needed by someone else. What's this? What are we talking about? Nothing. It's nothing. Then why are you hiding it? Come on, don't leave me out. I want to know. Unacceptable. To me and to Tiz. Right, Tiz? Yes, ma'am. Well, I guess you should go see the king and maybe find a resolution to this.
Agnès oblige, Vestal of Wind.
His Majesty bids you come.
As much of a resolution as there can be to an asshole like that. Did you know shields boost evasion as well as defense when equipped? You did, right? That helps keep the enemy's successful hit count to a minimum, sparing you a hefty amount of damage. Don't really know how that works, but it works, so whatever.
Ah, I see you've returned, Vestal. Why then did you not come to me for an audience immediately? I was dreadfully worried, you know. I'd begun to think you'd fallen victim to some terrible accident. So, what of the Caldislan Chasm?
I fear it was worse even than your Majesty had imagined.
So tell me, was it worse than the state of your own nation? Are you even aware of the situation here?
The wind remains still.
And the Grand Mill becalmed. I'm pleased to see you're not totally ignorant. The turbines that form the heart of this kingdom, the greatest symbols of her wisdom, now turn by hand. The hands of our citizens, compulsory labor service. Our survival hinges now upon their sacrifice. And even that will not last forever. We need that mill turning again soon. Not by our citizens' hands, but by the wind. And whose job is it to see that the wind blows, if not the Vestals? I can think of no other value you provide, save that. Anyway, will you now end the suffering your negligence has caused to this land? To its people? Or is that beyond your abilities? Perhaps you would sooner run again, turn away from the plight of your people.
If that is all His Majesty wished to say, I'll be on my way. I haven't the time to waste here.
What? I'll not be spoken to like this! Just whose fault do you think this mess is, girl?
That could have gone better. Not that I blame you for getting mad.
Mad? I felt no anger, only fear. The king frightens me.
His tone was far from pleasant, but he didn't seem dangerous.
The people who had come to hear him speak frighten me the same. Everyone in this city, they see me only as the Vestal, not a human being. I don't know how to speak to them. Just thinking on it sets my legs to trembling.
That explains the tense look you've worn since we've landed here.
Personally, I felt amazing after that little conversation. Did you see his face? It was purple. I nearly laughed out loud.
I tuned him out about halfway through his speech myself. I never did have much attention span for listening to men go on. Now women.
In any case, we'd best hurry to the temple. It's all that I can do.
Blue marks upon the map. Notice a blue mark on the map. Notice a blue mark on your map on the bottom screen. Head there to advance a sub-scenario. Or a sub-quest, as I'm going to refer to them as. Sub-scenario is a weird term for it. Sub-quests are your chance to see another side of the asterisk bearers. Follow their stories and lay claim to their asterisks to unlock powerful new jobs. So yeah, you don't have to get every asterisk in the game, every job in the game, but I see no reason why you wouldn't, and frankly, the game's kind of balanced around you doing every side quest, so it's kind of weird they're optional, but I mean, we're going to be doing all of them anyways, and I've never not done all of them, so it's, and whatever. Party chat. What's this temple? So, what is this temple like exactly? I have no idea what to expect. It is a holy place that has been a center of worship for millennia. To each crystal is wed a Vestal, who spends her lifetime in steady prayer. Vestalings, girls chosen as successors to the Vestals, go to live in the temples. They leave its premises only very rarely. And so, to a Vestal, the temple is also a home. A flower garden with no boys allowed. Be quiet, Ringbell. So, you were inside the temple ever since it became a Vestaling? It was quite rare to leave, save for a few public rites each year. Does that mean you were all alone? Wasn't that hard? I was not alone, no. The mother Vestal, my predecessor, raised me to serve in her place. And there were the acolytes. They'd go into town and purchase all we needed. But you left for this journey. I guess that's proof it's important. No. Even so, I never intended to leave the temple. Never intended any of this. Update to Narende. The trader is complete. Or the item shop? I thought it's called trader? Whatever. So it's going to keep putting people on that. Unfortunately, that's going to take 2 hours. That's going to take 60 hours. Alright. Let's get around Ancheim a little bit. If the wind does not return to us, we're all finished. Whatever's the Lady Vestal doing? The crystals kept safe in the Temple of Wind. It's through the crystal's bounty Ancheim rose to prosperity, but now, the wind just suddenly stopped. Water. Dying. So thirsty. You're alright, sir. There's a well nearby. I'll go draw some water. No, don't. I'm fine. Just leave me. What? Oh, we'll deal with that later. I'm sure he's fine. The Squirmore hits with weapons in both hands, but each blow is weaker than it would be normally. If a weakling wields two weapons, they may actually wind up doing less damage than if they held only one. Yeah, dual wielding can be detrimental to you. Anyway, before you do anything else in Ancheim, or even go to the Temple of Wind, I want to go over some of the enemies in the region, as well as get some money. So we're going to up the encounter rate, because I do still want to buy some things at the store. Oh, I had no encounter rate on. Oh. Well, frankly, that's not really a big deal. We didn't really do much outside of the areas anyway. So, Harina region has mostly new enemies, except for 2 of the enemies in this battle. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, Panther and Kate Sith are repeats, but this venomous snake is new, and he's a goddamn pain. So, he can poison people, and that is pretty much the worst thing. I guess I'll just kill everyone. That sounds like a great idea. That's pretty much all I can do, though. Like, he can pretty much just poison people, and that's about his strategy. Yeah. And that's about it. And we can just punch everything to death. Oh, okay, so the enemies still aren't putting up much of a fight. That's good. Alright. But if you don't kill them immediately, then they can be a problem. I don't know if this is exactly the party setup I'd recommend overall. Like, I might recommend another monk instead of a black mage and a white mage. I'm just going to default or auto here and hope for the best. I think I'll be fine. On Adia, I keep getting his names confused for some reason. Yeah, Adia can just wipe everything out. What was I saying? I might recommend another monk instead of a black mage and a white mage, but for now I think this is fine. The other new enemy that we might or may not encounter is the Sandworm, who is not here, so let's just continue auto. Oh, we actually got an attack in. Good for them. The Sandworm is he's the worst. He has a lot of HP. Easily the strongest enemy we've encountered yet. Normal enemy, of course. Bosses are an exception. Easily the strongest enemy we've encountered yet. And he has the ability of Sandstorm, which can hit everyone and blind them. So you can't punch him to death. Wow, they just aren't giving me any sandworms, which I like. Oh, are you gonna actually? You're a threat. You did a 3D threatening thing. I don't know what a 3D is. Nothing I want to get involved in, I think. So these things are weak to ice or water. Ice and water are a shared element. It's not like Okame where they're 2 separate powers. Nope, shared element. We got an antidote for that, so that pretty much negates everything that guy did. I don't even think we took any damage from him. I'm going to save the antidote though and instead use a Poisana. And I'm headed back up to the Echelon now because there's actually some unique enemies as well in the Flor-Cheim Inner Sea. Well, by unique enemies I mean there's like 2 new enemies. Because in the Flor-Cheim Inner Sea you're going to find Wraiths, Ratatoskers, and Great Bats as well, but you're also going to find these Vultures. Who, let's see, I'm just gonna fire. They're weak to wind, but we don't have wind right now, so air actually would have been helpful. But we don't have it, so we're just gonna have to set them on fire, which is apparently not as effective against birds, instead blowing wind at them. So if you ever meet an angry seagull, don't let it on fire. Get like one of those portable fans that you can buy at like the dollar store. Get one of those, and just blow the fan at it. And that will kill it faster than lighting it on fire. It will get hurt more. Trust me, I've played video games, so I know these things. Anyway, yeah, vultures aren't that dangerous overall. I think carrying carnivore, was that the attack it used? Did it use it? I wasn't even really paying attention. It just attacks and increases its physical attack. So, that's too dangerous if you take it out quickly. And the other new enemy is the deathfish. Which, fantastic. It's just a fucking piranha. It's like an angler mixed with a piranha? I don't know, it's really, really weird. Weak to lightning. And has spray, which is an attack that penetrates defenses. I'm gonna go and use Stompy. I probably should have been using this all along, because it does more damage. So there's no reason not to use it. If I'm just gonna be, attacking. Well, that didn't pierce defense. It pierces default, actually, I think it is, not defense. Because it only did 1 damage to ring a bell, which wouldn't make sense because he's a knight. So it pierces default, not defense. That's my mistake. Anyway, monk level 2, monk level 3 actually, so now she has inner alchemy, so if she ever gets a status ailment, Adia will just be able to heal it, which is awesome. But that's it for the new enemies. Yeah, there's not anything new. Well, we didn't encounter a sandworm yet, I guess. But I talked about it, at least. Apparently we just aren't going to encounter it, so... like, at all. I would have liked to fight more enemies and get more Peak. We only have 513, which isn't really enough to do much. And still no sandworm. Oh, I'm sure we'll encounter it later. Anyway, that's kind of gonna be it. Sorry, not much, like, gameplay happened in this episode. It was mostly, story stuff. But hey, we got to New Town. I guess what do you expect? Ancheim really does look beautiful at night. That clockwork glowing in the middle, it's beautiful. Oh my god, I love this game style so much. And just a side note, if it's nighttime at any point in a town, and you need to be daytime, you can sleep in an inn. The price now has gone up to, is it 10 peak here or is it 20? I think it's 10. 20, okay, great. You can just sleep in and make it daytime. Unfortunately, there is no way to automatically make it nighttime, so you sort of just have to deal with it and go outside and just stand there for a while if you need it to be nighttime. Anyway, party chat again. The Cogs of Ancheim. Just woke up and already that tired, Tiz. It's a city. You notice how there are always gears turning someplace close? Sure, the sound is deafening at times. Little wonder this place is known for its grand clock. The noise is bad, but the vibration is worse. I can't get to sleep with that hum. I'm surprised you're so high-strung. Surprised? I'm jealous of your ability to pass out any time, anywhere, Adia. Do you need a bit more rest, Tiz? Oh, no. I'll be fine. Let's get going. Poor Tiz. Could get to sleep. Anyway, yeah, that's about gonna do it. Next time, we'll take care of that subquest that's on the bottom screen that I talked about earlier, or that the game talked about earlier. We both got a shared conversation. Don't know what that... Look, we'll take care of that next time. The little blue marker on the bottom screen there. And with that, yeah, not much happened, but at least there's story progress, or at least we met the king, who's a bit of an asshole, really. Just kind of a terrible person, but whatever. We'll go to the Temple of Wind eventually, but for now, subquest next time. See you guys then. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe check out some of the other series I've done. You can also consider subscribing, checking out my Patreon page, or joining my Discord server. There are links in the description to those, as well as other social media links like Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching.